speaking to you today from Wirtz Plumbing and Heating, and we're out in the country a little bit, as you can see by the cows. Being outdoors and a little bit out of town, that's the subject of our show as we look at gardening. Sometimes it can be fun to garden with friends or garden in a group, and that's exactly what they do at Covered Bridge Gardens. It's a garden owned and operated by Robin Buttrick and Mark Gill. We'll go see the gardening group.
Welcome, and here we are on our Tuesday. It's a busy Tuesday where we have our garden team here, and what they do is they work in the garden from about 9 till noon, and then we have a garden fresh lunch that they actually help prepare, and then they go home with vegetables. And so far, this is our third season we're doing this. We've had everyone return for the project, and it's really gone well, and we've become great friends with our folks, and so it's really been a great experience, and we feel like what we're doing is helping the community with some fresh, local, and organically grown vegetables.
How many do you expect it? Well, what time? It is 8:12.
So yeah, they roll in about 9 or so, and we start with a tour where we see what we've planted previously and how it's growing, and look at the different patches of corn and things like that. And it's always fun to catch up on what's new and what's come up, and so it's a way to chart the progress of all the different vegetables that we're growing here, and we're growing probably 30 different varieties. So that's how we begin, and then everybody rolls in, and Robin and I assign some tasks to be done. Today we'll be doing some harvesting of onions. We'll be planting spinach and radishes. We'll be preparing an area and then putting some compost and fertilizer in, and doing some weeding. And so that's pretty much it. But we kind of wing it at some point too, if we find something that actually needs to be taken care of. So, but yeah, it's all good, and it's going to be sort of hot today, but it's not that hot. So that's the good news, is the heat doesn't really hit until the afternoon. So in the morning it won't even be. We'll hit 80 at around 11 or 11:30. So that's usually pretty comfortable for our group. And but it's a great group of folks, and they've been helping us now. And without them, boy, it would be a lot tougher to get everything done. So.
Well, let's walk down a little bit if you want to, and see what's going on.
You bet. One of the things we'll be having for lunch today is corn on the cob. So we have our second patch that's ready now, and that's always exciting to have fresh corn, and we'll be picking it fresh. Oftentimes, what people don't realize, as soon as you pick the corn, that sugar starts turning to starch, and the sweetest corn is the freshest corn. So
right.
And we get it. I mean, we get it as fresh as
you should eat it within a couple hours after you pick it. You don't eat it a couple days later.
We do not. Yeah, it doesn't go in a truck. Doesn't sit in a warehouse or shelves or a store or anywhere. We pick it and eat it. So it's kind of fun to do it that way. And here we have a whole line of peppers. We have. We'll be harvesting some peppers today. We have jalapenos and poblanos, green peppers, habaneros, and even a special. This is what's called a Ryman Rocket, And these are super hot. They're kind of custom made for us, so that's been a lot of fun to see that. And
When will those be ready?
we actually have picked some, but they're really coming into their forward. There'll probably be another week or so before the mother load is ready. But you can see there's just a lot on there, and they are definitely a hot pepper. That's one of, like I say, that and the habanero is the only real hot ones that we have. And but yeah, it's like I say, great fun to grow lots of different types of vegetables. Oh, and Robin is at it already, and let's go see what she's doing.
Okay.
And
I smell onions or maybe scallions or something.
well, leeks. We have leeks.
Yes.
We have green onions. We have yellow onions, some red ones. So yeah, we have a variety of onions, and yeah, we can go check on their progress as well. So we've got some bok choy, and then some Chinese cabbage, which was only planted maybe 3-4 weeks ago. So that's kind of fun. Here we've got Brussels sprouts, which are getting ready. That's really very much a fall crop, and a lot of people haven't seen what Brussels sprouts look like as a plant, but you can see they just totally populate the stem. So they come right off of the stem, and they get all the little. These are like tiny little cabbages, and so yeah, so they come right off the stem, and there we got one that. We can pop it in your mouth like a little snack. But
Can you really just do that?
well, you can. I'm not
So
going.
what do you do? You just wash it and then do you?
Yeah, we'll wash it, and I like them best kind of charred, just a little bit of a char on them, and they.
What do you do? Olive oil and then you throw them in the oven?
Right, olive oil in the oven or on the grill too. They're actually really nice grilled. Oh, you got your item
There we
there.
go.
So yeah, the Brussels sprouts are great. They're like absolutely one of my favorite vegetables. So that's a lot of fun. And yeah, let's go see what Robin's up to. Oh, here we got a row of radishes coming up. A whole bunch of them. And so are you getting something for lunch, Robin?
Yeah.
That's what you were supposed to say.
Actually, I'm picking salad, and then I realized that there's some that are bolting here.
Oh, wow, they're
Well,
bolting already.
These
Bolting?
are going to seed, but then there was this row of romaine, and they were starting to bolt. So I'm actually just pulling them out and throwing them away because I do not want them to cross with my other lettuce. Because we're going to collect seed from this.
What's bolting mean?
So when you have a lettuce and you have a head,
Yeah.
and when it's in the ground, the center will start to form a flower stalk.
Oh.
And basically the greens get really bitter when that happens. And so nobody wants to eat them anymore.
No.
That's all. Yeah. And so yeah, I'm picking some lunch items, hoping that I can get enough to feed however many we have, 10 or 12 or something.
I think it's less than that now. I'm thinking it's 9 or 10 maybe.
Oh, who called off?
Okay.
You might have somebody just dropping in.
You?
No. I have to go back to work to edit this, you know.
Because you would be welcome.
Oh, I know. You've invited me
Yeah.
a couple of times.
Okay.
I only eat microwavable food, though, yeah.
All right.
Well,
we're
yeah.
having
But I like the
gazpacho.
novelty of this
Yeah, yeah.
planting
We're
stuff.
having gazpacho, fresh green salad, and what else are we
Corn
having?
on the cob.
Corn on the cob.
Got some homemade bread,
Homemade bread, yeah.
ice cream with
Cantaloupe.
fruit.
You're really having gazpacho.
Yes.
Wow. That's kind of like salsa dip with a spoon. But that's what I call it, but not really.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kind of, sort
A
of.
little thinner than that.
Yeah, oh, it is thinner,
Yeah,
yep.
a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a soup, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's a cold soup.
Like vichyssoise.
Oh, that's right.
We
yeah.
kind of wore that out last time,
Yeah.
didn't we?
But then we had it.
Yeah.
We did have it after that.
But we didn't have
Although
it cold.
we didn't.
There was a closure to it. That's good. Wow.
Here's the corn.
Oh.
Here you can see how beautiful they are. Look at that.
And super sweet.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really good
Lots
stuff.
of butter and salt.
Yes, of course. Yeah, but it's really good. And we haven't used any chemicals. there's supposedly, there's worms and whatnot that'll infect a corn, but for some reason we just rotate the crop around different places every year and seem to, so far, stay clear of that.
And we rarely see any kind of worms on the corn, or I know a lot of people have had problems with raccoons with their corn, and we are lucky enough to say we have yet to have any raccoon or issues with our corn typically, but yeah, it's great. It's looking good, and we will be having some nice sweet corn for lunch today.
If I had a little shovel, I would pull some carrots.
And here we got a row. We've got beets and carrots, and then there's kohlrabi, fennel. What else do we have here?
All right, this is the carrots. I'm gonna grab a carrot or two for lunch.
Look at that beauty.
It's like on the cartoons. Wow.
Isn't it?
It's Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not as straight as that, so that was nice to get such a pretty one coming out like that. So.
Some people just wash it off right there and eat it.
Oh,
they're really good.
And some people don't even wash them off. They just eat it.
You get your probiotics that way.
Exactly.
I gave one to somebody. I won't mention names.
No.
Not here right now,
here, no.
but maybe we'll be here later. And he ate the carrot, and I was like, "How's the carrot?" He goes, "Kind of bitter." I was like, "Well, why was it bitter?" "Well, maybe the dirt."
Oh, probably.
Yeah, that's
Because I was kind of surprised to hear the carrot.
But he's still alive to show up today. Oh, look at those.
Yeah, a couple for the lunch.
Beauties.
For the salad.
nice, straight.
Yep.
I see there's a spinach plant here too.
Oh, look at that.
Might as well throw some of those in.
A volunteer.
It doesn't look that great, but
It looks pretty good.
it looks okay. Yeah. There's arugula too, but actually one of our farm team members doesn't like arugula, so I might just leave that out.
Of course, he doesn't like cilantro either.
Oh, no, that's the soap stuff.
Yeah, you don't like it either, huh?
Yeah, what percentage of people? Some 17,
I don't know what the
20.
percent is.
Yeah, we better Google
It's
that.
significant, though, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. I think it tastes great.
I like
I guess I can
cilantro.
understand that, though. I mean, I can kind of see why people think
Well,
it's
I'm
so
learning to tolerate it, so it's
I
okay.
guess, but yeah, a lot of people love it, so
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. The majority like it.
Yeah.
Love it.
yeah. And so here we also are gonna, I think I'll pick this kohlrabi and get her to throw that in. Kohlrabi are something that it seems like a lot of people really love, but you never see them at the supermarket. I don't think.
Well, how do you prepare it? Just a
Basically,
mainstream.
just peel off everything, and including the skin, and then you just eat it.
Okay.
raw.
You can chop. Okay.
You can make
So that would probably
it.
be out of your
Okay.
element.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
raw.
not something you microwave typically.
No, anything you do, you don't push a button or something. Okay.
This is the avenue to good health, though, I think, is eating healthfully.
Do you know? Well, of course.
Of course.
You are what you eat, as they always say. Do you know generally what vitamins a lot of these have? Emphasis?
No idea.
I'd say some idea.
Some
Oh,
idea.
you have
Yeah,
ideas.
some
You have
clue.
ideas. I myself remain neutral on that. But I know that I feel really good when I eat a diet that's fresh.
Well,
and
of
whole.
course.
Yeah.
But I know. So yeah, we'll have to
Short term.
find out what is that maybe vitamin C? Is it vitamin E? That kind of thing.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I got all full of. I mean, vitamin K for sure.
Okay. Well,
I know.
K's one of something that people.
It's in the green leafy.
Yep.
Yep. And vitamin A for sure in the carrot.
Yep.
That's beta carotene.
Yeah, beta carotene.
Beta carotene, yeah. I don't know what's in the coal plants, but they're good. So we eat them.
We're gonna find out right here with this.
Oh yeah. You got a question? Ask Google.
Yeah, it's great to have answers. Let's see. Of course, sometimes it takes a while, but
Oh, I should get a big bucket for the corn. I think I'm gonna go do that. Sorry guys. Gotta step out of the action.
and then we'll check in with Ron to see
Oh yeah,
how the
onions.
onion harvest.
Let's
is
go up
going, so.
to see how the onions are doing.
Oh, I left my radishes out there. Dang.
So you said kohlrabi is 93% vitamin C.
No, it's 93% of your daily requirement of
requirement.
vitamin C. So yeah, so it's loaded with vitamin C, but it also has B6, 12% of your DV, your daily value, 10% of potassium, 6% magnesium, manganese 8%, folate 5%. So, but yeah, it's healthy stuff. So it says it provides 70% of your daily fiber needs. So yeah, fiber is good for you.
Yes, it is.
Helps
Fiber
your digestive
is-
system. And you're getting lots of antioxidants with kohlrabi. And what's great is that all these different vegetables have all different nutrients and vitamins that they have in them. So if you get in a cross section of them, you don't need to take a daily vitamin. I don't take any kind of vitamins. So, but yeah, no, it's great eating fresh from the garden. And then we try to put up food for the winter so that we're eating from the garden all year round. So let's go check in with Ron and see how he's doing with our harvesting of onions, which will be at the market tomorrow. We're getting a little bit of a head start.
Tomorrow's farmers market down at the depot at 1:30, I think.
1:30 to 5:30. Yep.
Okay.
And we'll have our onions for sale there. And this just lets us. Typically, we harvest them right on the morning of the market, and this lets us, skip the heat tomorrow. It's supposed to be 100 degrees tomorrow, so getting this done ahead of time will be
I don't
nothing but
mind doing
good
it
news.
early. We'll see.
Yeah, so this is Ron, and Ron is helps out with all kinds of projects around here, and yeah. So we find a lot of onions today, Ron?
Yeah, we got plenty.
Plenty good.
And reds will be coming up next week. For the
Oh,
next
nice.
So what kind are these? Is just what you just call
week. I'll just call these a basic yellow.
Yeah,
Basic
these are
yellow.
yellow. Probably the strongest onion that of the yellow, white, or red trio, let's say. And these are floppers. That means that the green part's kind of flopped over, which is like saying, I'm done, I'm ready to be harvested. So,
okay.
so yeah, but look at how big this onion is too. I mean, and this is grown from seed. Robin started the seed in February, March, and some of them get to be as big as softballs. So it's really kind of fun.
Then you mentioned the other kind of onion, or what was that?
We have leeks in the onion family as well. We have red onions. We have a lot of red onions to harvest. And then we have green onions too.
Okay.
So we got a whole range in that allium family, and have lots of garlic that's already been harvested that will be taken to market tomorrow. So
See them right there.
yeah, you can see them in the shed there if you want to go
Oh, there they
check
are.
those out. They're
Yep.
hanging there drying, and we are growing lots of garlic, and that's been a terrific success for us because a lot of animals don't eat it. So it's great to have something that is not
That you know.
is not being eaten by deer and rabbits and whomever. And and garlic is something that they stay away from. So that really is nice. And then we can put that on the edges more, kind of create a buffer for the stuff that they like to eat more.
Well, they don't want that on their breath. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
appealing.
Not very sexy.
No. I mean, those animals have a life too.
That's right.
Social life.
They have partners and
Yeah.
mating and all that
You
going on.
have to think ahead like that.
Yep.
That's why they like the corn.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So that's what's going on right now, and it's about in half an hour our the rest of the team will be rolling in.
Speaking of microwavable, would you have to wrap that before you put that in the microwave?
Nope. So microwavable. So you just pull off the outer leaves like this. Toss that baby right in the microwave. 3 minutes if it's just one. If you have a pile of 10, you probably have to go 7-8 minutes. You might even want to shift them around a little in there. And then just cut the end off about here, and you pull this direction, and kind of everything comes off, and it's ready to eat.
Well, okay, good.
Yeah,
But I don't
it's
think people.
easy.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Easy and very healthy. And then in here, this is where we have lunch that you're not staying for.
Okay. Thank you that you.
And so these are some of the things that I picked for our lunch today. So we'll eat all those, and we'll have this
Look at this.
bucket of greens.
You have windows on, well, everywhere.
Everywhere, huh? It's pretty nice, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't call it nice, but it's
It is nice.
it's got a very kind of sunny feel to it.
Kitchens are a gathering place.
Yeah, and
At
this
holidays,
one
everybody ends up
definitely
in a
is.
kitchen.
We have the carrots, the radish, kohlrabi. You know, this all going to the salad. Then we got these things are going into this gazpacho. Last night I got a bunch of tomatoes ready. Well, I guess it's a lot of trouble to take those out. So, but and so actually one of our garden team members is going to come in here and do all the cooking. So I kind of get everything ready, and I write a menu
Okay, good. So,
Yes.
menu.
and a recipe.
Gazpacho. This is legal to be videotaping this.
Sure,
It's not some
yeah.
secret
I wrote that.
document.
So.
Corn on cob, green salad, bread, melon, grapes, cake and ice cream. Gazpacho, 4.5.
That's so there
okay,
the
those are
recipe,
recipes.
you know, so that
So that's what a recipe is.
yeah,
I don't
that's a recipe.
I don't do kitchen
Huh,
stuff.
you
I
don't?
don't know how.
Well,
That's good though.
oftentimes people follow recipes,
Yeah.
you know. Personally, I tend to modify recipes the second I start working on them.
Mm-hmm.
But
So what kind of bread is?
so here's the bread.
Oh.
Mark made that last night. Just a homemade rustic loaf.
Is that white or
White.
or-
It's a white bread.
homemade bread. Oh, it smells like bread. Yes, it's good.
It is good. Yeah, it's no knead bread, so it's super easy to make that. I mean, it's kind of like once you learn that, it's pretty hard to go back to buying bread. It's so easy, and it costs about 25 cents.
You do a lot of cooking.
I do, yeah, I'm a big cook. I cook most of what I eat. When somebody tells me they don't cook, my biggest question is, how do you eat?
Oh, geez. I don't really cook much.
Yeah, how do you eat then? You have some,
I can do stir fry.
you have a partner or somebody
No,
who will
no.
cook for you? No?
Is that the reason to have a partner?
For some people, it does appear to be.
That was nicely put. Okay. No, I can do stir fry. I can buy chicken and do stuff. And I like I eat eggs.
I just let the dogs come in.
I'm gonna ask you a personal question. Why don't you have a gas stove? Since you're,
Well, okay, first of all, I don't live here.
Okay.
Second of all, I like
why doesn't the owner have a gas stove?
the electric
Okay.
flat. I co-own, but I have my own house. Oh, weekly update.
Weekly update.
So last week we dug up down below and planted some things, some radish and whatnot. And now they're coming up. So we should be all happy about that. These are little tiny seedlings. We dug up the potatoes and just basically immediately replaced. Down here there's some spinach and radish. New.
Okay.
Yeah. Chris, you're walking on the potato.
Oh, Mom, doing it again.
See, I did that, and she yelled at me about an hour ago.
You're really not going to hurt the potatoes that are buried in the ground.
Right.
It's not a big
I was just overly excited about the little baby plants.
Do you each have your own space, or do you just kind of buzz around?
Yeah,
We just work all together.
whatever area needs
Okay.
the most attention.
Yeah. And I don't know, do you guys really want a tour today? Yes? Okay. I saw one nod.
Everybody's going to want to see the hemp plants.
They are coming along really nicely.
Maybe we should really change it.
No,
Everything is legit.
everything's legit.
Here's the sign.
We looked at that already.
Oh, that's right. You saw the sign.
You can never see that too much, though. It's registered. It's registered.
Okay.
There's an owl. The owl's still sitting
The
there.
owl is protecting the hemp plot.
tomatoes are kind of coming on fast and furious now.
I think I was here 2 weeks ago, except it was a Monday.
2 weeks ago, yeah, they were probably mostly red, green, but we're pulling a lot of nice tomatoes now.
Lots of cherry tomatoes, paste tomatoes,
Oh, yeah.
slicers.
Here, you can have one.
Thank you. So the paste tomatoes would be for paste.
For sauces and things
Sauces.
like that, yeah,
Okay.
they're best for sauces, and slicers are more for eating, just in your
Although
salads.
really, honestly, you can use the slicers for the same stuff. I often make salsa or whatever with the slicers. And just
Or-
maybe
or-
have to cook it a little bit. Somebody's here. We don't require punctuality necessarily. So somebody's still showing up. Oh, who is that?
Heidi. Heidi.
Heidi. Heidi's here. Heidi was our college student who kind of got us into this in the first place.
Okay.
So it looks like she's showing up today.
Heidi.
Heidi.
Sounds like a TV show. Here's Heidi.
Friend with her. Percy Truelove. I guess not.
Okay, moving right along.
Moving right along.
Moving on.
Watch your step.
Well, here's a nice big zucchini.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we got a lot coming on soon, I think, with all these squash.
So the zucchini, do you slice that up or do you make bread and all that stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, yes and yes.
Okay, yes and yes.
Yes. Yes, the answer is yes. But, they only go so far, and people don't want as many zucchini as grow a lot of times. This is delicata squash here, and they're getting really big. Delicata is
Yep.
a favorite of a lot of people. Unfortunately, we don't have a ton of them. And the pumpkins are coming along well.
Delicata squash, what would that be comparable to?
It's a winter squash, but it has a very delicate skin, so you don't really have to peel it. And
Okay.
it's got an orange inside. It's maybe a little nutty flavored. Like an acorn squash in terms of flavor, I guess.
Or butternut.
Or butternut, yeah. We have all of those also. Down here where we wouldn't let you come in the last time, we actually all got together and weeded. And now it's pretty traversable. So you can see.
Look at those beautiful strawberry plants.
Yeah, the strawberry plants are okay.
I see you have a net over them.
have claimed myself done with strawberries many times.
Trying to keep them. Well, you can see there's some already. Some of the heads are snapped off, eaten off. That the ones that are not covered because the deer love them, rabbits love them. So strawberries are a challenge to keep alive.
Mm-hmm.
This is the garden helper. She's one of the stars.
And we talked about you as you drove up.
Yep, I'm Heidi.
Heidi, you're the Heidi.
I'm
Okay.
the Heidi. Not like the musical, but
No. And the dog,
yeah, this is Tai Tai.
Tai Tai.
She
How do
loves
you
helping
spell
in the
that?
garden. T-Y.
That figures, yes.
She likes helping in the garden.
Yep. What does she do?
She runs around and sniffs and just to make sure that the seeds aren't getting uncovered with the dirt, so she makes sure they stay covered.
She'll do anything for lunch. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
I went to the coffee shop.
Pretty much.
We're gonna dig this section up and plant some spinach and possibly a few other things. I have some stuff in my pocket.
This is the part of gardening that's not fun. Is fun just when
This
you're.
is fun, very fun.
Well, I meant to say that this is the part of gardening that's the most fun.
Oh, the most fun?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
I think it just depends.
Me and
So everybody does know what to do here.
Yeah.
Just We'll just dig this all up.
Oh yeah, I would be too if I was her.
People are shy about digging
So you're
in,
gonna get rid of all that junk and then you're gonna plant what?
spinach.
Spinach, okay.
Yes, maybe radish, maybe. I guess I have to kind of poll the team to see what they want, but I have in my pocket some stuff. I have Chinese cabbage, radish, prize head lettuce, that's saved seed from 2022. Spinach, radish. These are things that can go, like, if you look at that, 30 days to harvest. It's August 22nd, so, you know, we don't have a whole ton of time, so I'm not planning anything that's going to be a long season thing. But it is nice to keep going with it.
Yep.
It's always fun to get your kind of your late greens. They're tasty, very healthful.
Yes. It's healthful, not healthy.
Correct. That would be the correct adjective
Exactly.
in that situation. Yes, I did grow up with 2 English teachers giving me correction at every moment.
Sometimes if you didn't want it, but it was good.
Well, of course I never wanted it. And in fact, I think I rebelled and started talking
You
pretty
started gardening. That
much
showed everybody.
smack when I was a teenager.
Did you? Wow. Well, let's go back to gardening. So you're taking these shovels and you're getting rid of the stuff because you're going to plant.
Yeah, we'll just take these weeds out, and then we'll just rake it down and plant some seeds.
Yep.
Yeah, easy enough. Weeds aren't going to do any good for what we're trying to plant. Rid of them.
Were you expecting to find potatoes there?
Well, there were potatoes in there before, so
How
not
long
too
ago?
surprising.
Oh,
It's easy to miss.
Yeah, yeah. When we dug them up the first time, apparently we didn't really get them all.
And then we'll put some compost and or chicken water.
Chicken water.
Chicken water, yeah.
Okay, what's chicken water?
sounds good.
Chicken water is chicken manure that's been aged to perfection. It's the #1 animal manure to help vegetables grow, especially high in nitrogen. So, yeah, it's a
Proven for centuries, probably.
yeah, it's been a combination thing. Okay, looks like we need some rakes to.
Do some raking.
There's a rake over there.
There was a beet. I think there was a beet.
And the idea is to break up the clumps because that releases all of the minerals and nutrients and vitamins in the soil so that they're available for the plants.
And we are hoeing a nice little.
We're hoeing a row. I think I can get 3 rows into this space, so I'm trying to put it pretty close to the edge. Because there's not a whole lot else happening here, so it should work.
Well, Mark went to get the chicken water about half an hour ago, and you guys are doing a lot of the work here.
That's pretty typical.
But he's not here to hear that. But when he watches
Good
this,
thing he'll never know.
Does he ever
I
watch
said
this?
that.
oh yes, he'll say, "What the?" I hear him though.
Now I have to kind of step back on that. You know, Mark does a really good job with the fertility provision here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, he's definitely got his eye on that.
Accidentally pulled it with a weed.
Yep, now you gotta take it home and eat it.
I will.
Okay, we'll do the middle one first.
There's not enough to go around.
I'll go get another bucket full. But what this does, it inoculates the soil. What that means is it creates a lot of bacterial growth, which the plant loves, and it creates a bunch of food for the plant to feast on. and also helps with germination. So I'm going to get some more because I didn't have enough, but that's okay. And it's highly diluted composted chicken manure. So
Okay.
so you know what we're doing here.
Keep everything in the up and up here.
Oh yeah, it's all up and up.
So you're not going to plant seeds until everything is watered?
Yeah, we can start. I mean, we'll just do this part. I guess, I don't know if it really makes any difference, but here we are. So, here, I'll give one to Chris. What do you want to
What
plant?
brand do you prefer, Fairy
We have
Morris or
spinach.
Burpee?
Oh, I'll go for
Some
spinach.
people are
Spinach.
brand loyal.
Radish. We got Crimson Giant. We got Crimson Giant, a lot of that. Chinese cabbage, gourmet blend, radish, prize head lettuce.
Kind of spacing on spinach.
Is that the space? Oh, there's not enough? Oh, what kind of spacing? I see.
Oh yeah, how
sorry.
far apart?
So outdoors as soon as
Oh, read the instructions.
They still put those on there, I guess.
they do.
You have to
What
scan
do
the
you want to
code.
plant?
Half-inch deep,
Radish, Chinese cabbage.
4 to
or-
6 inches apart.
Chinese cabbage sounds.
All right,
Okay.
seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, but you knew all that anyway.
Okay, I'll give you the next
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna do radish.
All right,
Radish,
so
we got a
I'll
little bit
start
of
down on the end of the watered row here.
yeah, do the watered row. Water, so Mark's gonna want to go right where you are, Heidi, for a sec.
Right on. A lot easier to put it in with the watering can.
I think I'm gonna start with some lettuce too.
Did you want to do more than just this center row in spinach?
Oh, you got more seed?
Yeah.
Yeah, throw them in.
We got cabbage that part here. So
Oh, that's as far as you got with the cabbage?
Yeah, so I
Okay,
can do-
I'll just continue on.
Yeah, with spinach. Spread the other end over for us.
Yep.
There's probably not a whole lot of excitement in seed dropping.
Well, when should you see some action with these seeds?
Oh, by next week they're probably gonna sprout.
Not yet. I mean, not yet this morning. It's
No,
9:43.
probably not this morning.
I'm kind of impetuous. That's another word.
Yeah.
That
What are you?
impetuous. Like
Impetuous?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
now,
you
now,
are.
now.
Not petulant, but impetuous.
No, that's not petulance.
We could examine the root of that, but I don't know.
Not right now. There's always you can talk about over lunch about these big words.
And what is the season? 60 days on the spinach until they're...
No, it's less than that. Well, here's the pack.
Yeah, what does it say?
30 days maybe.
22 to 55.
Wow,
Yeah, so it's pretty fast.
that's quite a range.
Yeah, but
3
22, 22 for sure.
Not everyone has chicken water though.
Spinach withstands frost pretty well.
Hmm.
So we can plant it now and it'll keep harvesting until the fall,
Yeah.
after the fall.
It's a nice
Till it
cold weather
freezes hard.
plant, kind of like arugula. Some of the bok choy, cilantro are all good. Broccoli is a good cold weather plant. So a lot of these plants can actually go below freezing. Cabbage is another one. Cauliflower. They can actually go, some of them go down to even into teens
exactly how
and not be totally wiped out or whatever. But so that's what we're trying to do now is focus on cold weather plants that we can put in and harvest in the fall. So
And you're in a valley here, which is, it's gonna, if you were up on a ridge, it would be different.
yeah, we get the coldest air right here, and that's why we've had so much problems with strawberries, because we get these late frosts. That cold air, I think it rolls down from the hill, it collects in the bottom of the valley, and then we have, it wipes out our blooms on the strawberries. And we've had that for I think 4 years now. We've struggled with our strawberry harvest, but so I'm thinking about actually moving a strawberry bed up higher and trying it in a different location to see if that gives us a better result. But every year we say we're done with strawberries.
I say I'm done with
Especially
strawberries.
Rob.
Do you? You can purchase them at your local grocery store.
I'm starting to think that's
Yeah.
the thing. Plus I get hives when I pick them.
That's another good reason to go to your local grocery store.
Exactly. I mean, the local grocery store and the strawberry off the vine fresh are not the same item.
Right.
You realize, but there are
Farmers
places
market
you
has
can-
strawberries. Farmers market would have
Yeah,
strawberries.
exactly. Well, there's hardly ever any strawberries at our farmers market. But there are places locally that have even pick your own, or
Pick your own, yep.
they have them boxed up and ready to roll. So yeah, that's kind of my thinking. But Mark has not yet
Not yet given up.
given up.
I still think if we do it in a different way.
Well, how much elevation makes a difference? If you had a 50 feet even or not?
Okay, look at how far we are from the house.
Yes.
From there to here was a 5-degree difference one time when I measured it with 2 different thermometers. At the same time, it was 5 degrees.
Wow, okay.
So that's a big difference.
Yeah, especially when you're hovering in the frost zone.
Right. And so when it gets 40, we will lose it. We'll be 32 or lower down here sometimes. Even at 40 degrees, we've lost our strawberry plants. So, and we lost some potatoes too this year. This is a very low section of our garden. We had more losses right here because we're at the bottom of a hill and the bottom of the valley, and it just it's tough on stuff that needs to not be getting frosted early in the season. So, and strawberries is certainly that. But hey, I haven't given up yet, although thinking about it.
But just think about it. Don't give up, just think.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think we are done with our little plot here. And I think it's always the best when we harvest and then plant right away, which we're still getting used to doing, but that is, to me, ideal. And so we'll actually put some more water on this to help with the germination process, especially now with it being as hot as it's going to be.
Yes.
So we need to make sure that those seeds stay damp or moist to get that germination process going. But honestly, everything that we're doing here is totally available to most people. I mean, we're not doing anything that's super complicated or hard to do. And that's part of our mission too, is to help people understand that they can grow their own food. And it's fun and interesting, and it's healthy, and and saves money.
And you don't need acres and acres.
You do not. This is we've got 18 acres here, and we're using less than 1. Yeah, so you don't need a lot of area or a big space. A lot of houses have acre lots that they could do just what we're doing right here. So
Yeah.
and like I say, I think that's a great thing that if we start doing that, it's nothing but good news it's a win-win-win. So yeah, but.
Well, I'm going to head out now, and I'll come back another day. But keep thinking about the strawberries.
Okay.
And get on the chicken water all day, every couple hours. It's going to be hot, right?
It's going to be hot. Well, thanks for coming, Ben, and it's great to have you visiting Covered Bridge Gardens.
Covered Bridge Gardens, right off of Highway 14 West.
Yes, and we are at coveredbridgegardens.farm.
.farm.
Yep, and it's on our Facebook and have a website.
A lot of bugs. What are bugs doing out here?
They're our friends mostly.
Yeah. All right.
Mostly. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you'll come back next week and every week. And remember, the Richland County Fair is coming up September 6th through 10th.